Boxing in last month of the year 2022 was eventful. Few titles changed hands, one of such crowned Nuoya Inoue the undisputed champion of the bantamweight division. In this video we bring to you 9 bouts of the month of December 2022 that ended in deadly knockouts, plus a summary of some title matches that did not end in a deadly knockout. Tyson Fury vs Derek Chisora. The first deadly boxing knockout of the last month of the year 2022 came from the WBC World Heavyweight Champion Tyson Fury. His victim was the resilient Derek Chisora, whom many felt was not a significant competitor for Fury, given the fact that Fury had not just beaten him twice already, but Derek's performances coming into the bout had been short of competitive. As expected, the match was a one-way traffic, with Fury doing as he pleased on the road. Fury's stiff jabs, rich uppercuts and creative punch combinations combined to place Derek Chisora in a pitiable situation. But the fight was not boring because Chisora refused to test the canvas and kept coming forward. His resilience was deadly. With swollen eyes and blood trickling down his mouth, Chisora appeared willing to take some more, but the referee and the fans had seen enough. The referee did his job and stopped the match in round 10. The technical knockout was deadly not because Chisora's light was turned off or he could not beat the count, but because he was being too strong for his own good and eating more deadly punches than he was dishing. Daniel Dubois vs Kevin Lerena. A former British and Commonwealth heavyweight champion and the current WBA regular heavyweight champion of the world, Daniel Dubois knocked out Kevin Lerena in round 3 of their heavyweight encounter held at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, England. Dubois had a disastrous round 1 when he suffered a knee injury shortly after establishing an early rhythm with jabs. Capitalizing on the knee injury, Kevin Lerena sent Dubois 3 times to the canvas before Dubois was saved by the bell. The trouble that greeted Dubois in round 1 found him when Lerena landed a left hand on Dubois' head. Dubois began the second round with near extreme caution, electing to be cagey and elusive. In round 3, Dubois landed a hard right hand on the South African, who lands on the canvas. Lerena beats the count, only to be bludgeoned with flurry of powerful shots that renders him defenseless, forcing the referee to stop the fight just as the bell sounded. Terence Crawford vs David Avenesyan. The number 1 rated pound-for-pound boxer and the WBO World Welterweight Champion, Terence Crawford, returned to the ring 13 months after his last bout to pick a round 6 deadly knockout victory over David Avenesyan, who some pundits believe was not a perfect match for Crawford. The first round started with some touch and go, and Avenesyan making it clear he had come to fight. David Avenesyan had success making Crawford, who started the match with orthodox stance, fight on his back foot for the first 3 rounds of the bout. Avenesyan will occasionally enjoy these moments of success in round 4 and 5. Despite this seeming success, Crawford never seemed to have lost control of the bout for a split second. He was calm and calculated throughout the bout. He started pressing action in round 4, proving himself as the fighter with the superior speed and creative selection of shots. In the last minute of round 6, he sent Avenesyan to the canvas with a crafty shot delivered with the right hand after a combination. Avenesyan landed on the canvas spent. The referee saw Avenesyan's stage and did not bother with the count. The 2 fighters met at Nebraska, US. Nuoya Inoue vs Paul Butler. Nuoya Inoue checked in an 11-round deadly knockout of December 2022 when he defeated the WBO Bantam champion of the world, Paul Butler. The match, held at Ariake Arena, Tokyo, was competitive in a strange way. While Inoue came to box and got to work from the first round of the bout, Butler had come to survive, content in using high guard and throwing single punches at a time. The match was reminiscent of Errol Spence vs. Yordenis Ugas back in April 2022. Inoue, realizing he was the only real threat in the ring, explored other ways of thrilling the fans by uncharacteristically touting Butler. In one of the taunts, he mimicked the famous Muhammad Ali shuffle. Both fighters finally got what they deserved in round 11 when Inoue dropped Butler with brutal combination while Butler was up against the ropes. Butler did not beat the count. With his victory over Butler, Nuoya Inoue became the undisputed champion of the Bantam division, going home with the 3 belts he held prior to the fight and the 1 belt Butler held coming into the bout. Ballam-Smith vs. Armed Xhoxhaj. Ballam-Smith checked in one of the fastest deadly knockouts of the month of December 2022. It came in round 5 and it was perhaps the toughest deadly knockout of the month, as he had to dig deep before pulling it off the fierce, technical and aggressive Armed Xhoxhaj. The venue of the match was Bournemouth International Centre, England, and while Ballam-Smith enjoyed the cheering of the fans present at the venue of the bout, Xhoxhaj fed off their booing. From round 1, Xhoxhaj showed he had come to fight in much the same way Ballam-Smith showed he did not come to be beaten. Consequently, left and right hooks, uppercuts, chaps found their destination on the boxers' faces and body. Their ears were quick to acknowledge receipt with a touch of rage. It was not until round 4, after Ballam-Smith had invested enough hooks into Xhoxhaj's body, that he took a precarious control of the bout. In round 5, Ballam-Smith's precarious control birthed victory. It came when Ballam-Smith sent a left hook across while Xhoxhaj hurried to block. He exposed himself to the incoming tornado of a right hand Ballam-Smith directed at him. Soon as the right hand landed, it was time to go. Xhoxhaj fell to the canvas, done for the night. Dan Azeez vs. Rocky Fielding. Dan Azeez, who jokingly described himself as the midget of the light heavyweight division, checked in an 8-round deadly knockout of the month of December 2022. He did so over a former WBA regular super middleweight champion Rocky Fielding at Bournemouth International Centre. While Azeez was defending his British title with the hope of also going home with a Commonwealth title should he win, the titles were not an option for Fielding, who had failed to make the weight. Dan Azeez dominated the match for the 8 rounds it lasted. In round 1, he outworked Fielding with jabs, combos and admirable footwork. He stayed close all the time, mounting pressure that materialized a cut on Fielding's left eye in round 2 and made rubbish of Fielding's attempt at catching Azeez with hooks as he came in low. At some point in round 3, Azeez had Fielding against the ropes and fed him hooks and uppercuts. In round 4, both fighters performed at the same work rate, but Azeez still had the upper hand, landing more power shots. In round 4, Azeez's left jabs, which he had been employing from round 1, came through for him, paving way for him to land more power shots. 3 left hooks were registered in round 6. 1 came from Fielding and 2 from Azeez as the round was coming to an end. In round 7, Azeez pommeled Fielding with so much punches that he went down. He beats the count and makes it through the round, only to be cornered against the ropes and fed more deadly punches in round 8. At this point, his corner had seen enough and threw in the towel. The 33-year-old 18-0 Dan Azeez retained his British title and won the Commonwealth title in the process. Vincent Astrolabio vs. Nikolai Potapov. Vincent Astrolabio delivered a 6-round deadly knockout when he stabbed the Russian Nikolai Potapov in their IBF Bantam title eliminator bout. The Filipino Astrolabio got to work early and dropped Potapov with charging left hook in the later part of round 1. In round 2, Potapov made to even the score, though he could not drop Astrolabio. In round 3, Astrolabio opened Potapov in the right eye, and from then on things began getting difficult for Potapov, who was forced to take a knee in round 4, following a left hook from Astrolabio. A package containing a ferocious uppercut and a straight right hand delivered by Astrolabio in round 6 did Potapov in, as he knelt and contentedly waited to be counted out. Mahmound Char versus Nuri Seferi. A former WBA regular heavyweight champion, Mahmound Char stabbed the 45-year-old Nuri Seferi in round 2 of their 12-round scheduled bout held at Hamburg, Germany. The bout came after a failed match against Lucas Browne, scheduled to hold in Dubois. Ebanie Bridges versus Shannon O'Connell. Two Australian women, Ebanie Bridges and Shannon O'Connell, went to war with each other at Leeds over IBF female bantamweight title held by Ebanie Bridges. O'Connell stunned Bridges in the first round but appeared to have lost steam for the rest of the rounds, which saw Bridges dominating action in an impressionable fashion. In round 8, she pummeled O'Connell with a barrage of brutal punches. This forced the referees to step in between the fighters, ending the bout. In other matches of the month, Josh Kelly defeated Troy Williamson unanimously to become the new British middleweight champion. Frank Martins defeated Michel Rivera unanimously, and Teofimo Lopez defeated Sandor Martins by split decision. Luis Lopez became the new IBF featherweight champion of the world after defeating Josh Warrington via majority decision. Roman Gonzalez retained his WBA World Heavyweight title after defeating Juan Estrada unanimously. Kazuto Ioka and Joshua Franco both retained their world titles after their very competitive bout ended in a draw. Life is about
protect yourself at all times.
Fight hard, fight clean.